In case you missed it, I've been on my gluten-free sourdough baking journey, and today I'm going to show you the overall process. I will share recipes in the near future. There are some major differences between traditional sourdough and gluten-free sourdough. It requires slightly different ingredients, and the magical ingredient really is psyllium husk. And I've partnered with Now Foods, which is the maker of this best psyllium husk powder for your ideal gluten-free sourdough baking. I'm going to show you the baking process in just a second, but first please enjoy some ASMR of sourdough cutting. I made my starter from scratch. I failed once, but then got a happy, healthy starter made from brown rice flour and buckwheat flour. Gluten-free sourdough starter looks a little less dramatic than traditional sourdough starter. When mixed, it'll look like thick pancake batter. To start the bread making process, you create a levain, which is essentially just your starter being super fed with more water and flour in a 1 to 2 to 2 ratio. Mix and let it rise for about 6 to 8 hours in a warm environment, which I did overnight. I then woke up early to make my bread, and as you can see, the levain rose successfully. Most gluten-free levains won't fully double in size, but it'll be close. Now to make the dough, psyllium husk powder is what's going to help gluten-free sourdough not be gummy and dense by giving elasticity and structural support to the bread. You combine it with room temp water and let the gel sit to form for about 10 minutes as you mix the flours for the bread. Then you combine the levain and psyllium husk gel until it creates this fluffy jelly-like base that wiggles like this. Add that combination to your flour and use a wooden spoon to mix it all in if you don't have a stand mixer. I don't, so I need to mix mine on the floor because short girl problems. The dough will come together like this when it's successfully mixed enough, and it should not stick much to the sides of the bowl. Turn it out onto a smooth surface and knead the dough to create a ball. Add a little oil to your hands and working surface, and then flatten and fold your dough to shape it into whatever banneton or loaf pan shape you're using. I place mine seam side up in this oval banneton, cover with a warm damp towel, and proof for about an hour in room temperature, and then put in a plastic bag to proof for 8 to 10 hours in the fridge or overnight. About 30 minutes before baking, I preheat my oven with my Dutch oven inside. Gluten-free sourdough won't puff up too much while proofing, by the way. Turn out your loaf onto parchment paper, lightly dust with some flour, and score your bread using a bread lom or razor blade. You'll want one big expansion cut to help the loaf spring as it bakes in the oven, but feel free to have fun and decorate too. Carefully lower your loaf into your preheated Dutch oven using the parchment paper, and then bake with the lid on for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then remove the lid and bake for another 45 to 50 minutes. Your crust should be golden brown and beautiful and smell amazing. They seriously need to bottle up this scent in a candle. As with all sourdough, fully let it cool on a wire rack before slicing. I'm gonna be 50% bread soon.